welcome everybody to Katawa Shoujo episode Dun? With me, Burning Oil. It's a new foray into like visual novels. I don't know if you watched the first episode, but I can't remember their names. I think there was a Misha there was a Shichan. I think our name was Hiko or Hiko or something. But yeah, we just met Misha and a deaf girl, and they were gonna bring us on a tour. They were gonna bring us on a tour around the Himachiku or academy. It's like an academy for disabled students. But yeah, I mean, let's get straight back into it, shall we? Let's load. Yeah, in the nursery. All right. We descend even below the lobby where I met Mutu, down to the bottom floor. Just like everything in this school, the cafeteria seems too spacious and oddly modern in contrast to the classic exterior. That just looks like a photo that's just had a filter put on it. This big windows open to the courtyard towards the main gate. It's the cafeteria! Her enthusiastic statement of the obvious makes people around us stare, but Misha doesn't seem to care, so we proceed to the line. There is a rather long list of menu options, which seems great until I realise that many of them are to accommodate students who need special diets. How nice. It almost feels like I'm back at the hospital eating portions measured with scientific precision to meet the needs of the patients. I sense sarcasm. I pick something at random and follow Shizune to a table sitting opposite of her. As I nibble indifferently the food I'd rather not eat, Misha pokes me in the side to get my attention and points to the Shizune. By the way, she's looking really haughty. What's that all about? I don't understand signs, so the point escapes me. Maybe looking at a person who talks to you is proper and polite? Do you want to know something? What? About anything. We're your guides, so you should ask if there's something. I wonder. Ask about Shizune's deafness. I think I've got everything I need to know. Ask about the library. So I do this about like how I would do it, right? So I'd be polite. I'd say I would ask about the library. Oh yeah, is there a library in the school? Lately I've gotten into reading a lot, so I'd like to check it out. Misha gives the kind of frown that makes it clear she doesn't consider reading a healthy hobby, then picks up her smile again. There is! It's in the second floor. We can show it to you sometime. Thanks. Return to my food while the girls talk between themselves. Talk. Misha and Shizune turn back and sign back and forth very animatedly, throwing sideways glances at me, but Misha refrains from translating. Maybe they're talking about secret girl stuff or something. Ugh, cooties. I quickly notice conversation in sign is not enough to fill a silence. Kind of awkward, isn't it? We arrive in the classroom early, but we're not the first. What's wrong with you? The dark-haired girl I noticed before is slumped over a desk at the last row. She's really cute. She jumps a little when Misha crashes into the room with the elegance of a rhino. She shrinks deeper into her seat. I can feel her tension all the way from here, as if she was slowly turning to stone just from our presence. Misha and Shizune either don't notice or don't mind it as they walk directly past her to their seats and begin to converse. I'm left wondering about her, even when the classroom slowly fills with other students and finally the teacher. Getting into the rhythm of school feels strange. It's as if my brain remembers how this is done, but my body doesn't. I changed a lot of schools when I was a kid. Not to obviously this kind of school, but I know how it feels. Towards the end of the class, I started yawning. I start yawning and count the minutes left. I shouldn't be this tired on my first day of school. Maybe it's the long time spent in hospital that's made me like this. I'm even feeling physically weak and lifeless. Before long, the final bell rings. School is finally over for the day. Beside me, Misha and Shizune are having a short conversation. After a bit of deliberation, Misha turns to me. Unfortunately, we can't stay and show you around today, Hichan. We've got to hurry already, since there is a lot of work for us to do. You'll find your way around here, I'm sure of it. Wow, you're the worst tour guides. Wait, the teacher said I had to see the nurse? Where do I have to go? Is that so? We can at least show you that much. Come on, the nurses have their own building, so we have to go outside. Okay. We join the flow of students making their way down the stairway and outside, with the girls pointing out other senior classrooms in the same hallway as ours. When we get outside, the girls make their way to the smaller building right next to the school. It's built in the same style, so it looks like it's actually a part of the main building. This is the auxiliary building here. There's a lot of official and important stuff inside, like the Yamaku Foundation office and all the nurses' offices. They even have a swimming pool. How is that official? Don't be silly, Hee-chan. It's for physical therapy, of course. I know a school that used to have a swimming pool, and it wasn't a special needs one. Anyway, all the nurses' staff facilities are in there too. The head nurse's office is on the first floor. You'll be fine from here, right? We'll be going then. See you tomorrow. Yeah, thanks, bye. You're not any help, really. A whole building for stuff that has nothing to do with the actual education? I guess it's necessary for a place like this. Whoa, this is like a dungeon. I walk in hoping that this really will be only a quick visit like the teacher said. On a white door on the left is a green cross with the text Head Nurse and a nameplate. A voice from inside responds to my knock almost immediately, but I can't quite make it out. It sounded a bit like an invitation to open the door, so I invite myself further in. The room is not large and it smells strange. A friendly looking man turns around on his office chair to face me as I enter. His desk is neat and tidy, but the bin under the table is overflowing with used medical utensils, and there are at least a dozen coffee cup rings lingering on the desk. Hello there. What can I do for you today? He's a young looking and sort of rugged, but the dimples in his cheeks wash their impression away when he smiles. He's got a very long smile. Are you the nurse? He smells like a person who has heard this very same question hundreds of times. Why, yes I am. It says so on the door, no? You can call me by my name or just the nurse, like everybody else. Of course, I shake off my confusion, realizing I probably shouldn't grab his extended hand. His handshake is rather firm and friendly. Right, I'm a new student, and my homeroom teacher told me to come and meet you. My name is Hisao Nakai. His eyes light up with revelation. He snaps his fingers. Hello? Oh. Oh, you're that Nakai. I was just reading your file in the morning. Some kind of chronic arrhythmia or related congenital heart muscle deficiency, right? He's like one eye open. He gestures me to sit down in a vacant armchair in front of his desk. Yeah? Good, well, you've probably been briefed about the school enough, so I'll just go over this quickly. We have all the kinds of facilities available, most physical therapy and such. There's always someone from my staff around, even at night, so never hesitate to call us if there's a problem. The famous 24-hour nursing staff. Wow, this is like a hospital. Well, not exactly. For instance, we don't do brain surgery. His joke feels so out of place, I'm left thinking why he even said it. Yeah, just that it's really weird to have so many medical people at school. You'll get used to it. I'm not so sure of that myself, but I don't let the nurse know it. Now, let me just find your file again. I don't know why he's got this voice. While he searches for something from his computer and shuffles stacks of papers around, I let my gaze wander around the room. It's the epitome of generic, I'd like to say. Beige walls and ceiling, dark grey laminate flooring, and all the equipment you'd expect from a school nurse's office. Even the ridiculous educational posters are hanging on all four walls, reminding me to eat properly 3 times a day and from all food groups. Smiling, the nurse draws a thick file from a stack of similarly thick files and opens it. So, you already have medication for the arrhythmia. Just remember to take your pills every morning and evening or it won't help much. Apart from that, do you do any sport? Rash stuff like, I don't know, boxing? He grins on his own joke, but I don't. Well, I play soccer occasionally with some classmates. Alright, I'm afraid I'm going to have to recommend you refrain from doing that, at least for the time being. Oh. My lack of reaction makes him raise an eyebrow, but really, I'm not too bothered by him forbidding me to kick a ball around. I guess I never did it out of burning passion for the sport, just to have something to do. Any kind of concussion might be very dangerous to your heart, and risking another attack is not a good idea. Was the previous one caused by a sudden concussion to the chest area? There's no mention of the cause in your papers. Not exactly. Awkward. I sidestep the question acceptably, and he glances at me over his papers with a more serious expression on his face. Is his serious expression just shutting his eyes? Still, you need to keep your body healthy, so some exercise would do you good. We have physical therapy and such available, as I said, but I don't think you really need such heavy measures. Just get some light exercise regularly. Brisk walks or even light jogging, jumping rope, that sort of thing. Swimming? Maybe? There's a pool here. So I was told. You were. Very good. At any rate, I'm sure you've been told this before. You just need to take care not to overexert yourself. He wags his finger to emphasize the point. No need, really. I've heard this 1,000 times already. Absolutely no unnecessary risks. Take care of yourself. That foreshadowing, though. No unnecessary risks. Okay. He goes over my papers one more time, sets them on the desk, obviously content. Good, that's it then. Come meet me if you ever need anything. I'm ushered out before I even realize it. A quick visit indeed. I end up standing in front of the main building and the auxiliary building, although to my eyes they still look one and the same. It's the first real look I get at the other students, so I watch people coming out of the school going towards the gate or the dorms. Everyone seems to know where they're going. I still keep thinking that most of them don't feel too special for being students at a special school. Then again, neither do I. It's because you're in a school full of special kids. Does that make me one of them? One of us. One of us. I should go somewhere too to prevent me from getting lost. It's around dinner time, but I feel tired instead of hungry. The weariness in me only grows as I trudge towards the dorms, set a little way apart from the main building complex. There is a garden of sorts between the school and the dorms, shrubbery, flowers, and that overbearing smell of fresh cut grass that fills the atmosphere. I can smell it. It dawns on my tired mind that the smell feels novel because I haven't been outside at all for so long. The dorm building is big and made of red brick. Like the others, it feels way too pompous for what it is, so I push forward to go inside. It takes more time than necessary to fish out the key I was given from my pocket. Room 119. Despite the ornate exterior, the inside of the dorm is fairly new, functional, and boring. Just like in the main building, the halls and doors are wide to accommodate wheelchairs. Same goes for the elevators at the end of the halls. I poke my head around the corner of the common room door. Inside, a few students are watching the television. One nods and gives a quick hello before turning back to the TV. It seems that only the girls around here are sociable. I suppose that's perfectly fine with me. I climb the stairs to the upper floor. Here, small corridors branch off from the main hallway. Each of these minor halls seems to have a toilet and a shower as well as 4 rooms. Do I have to remember all this? I feel like we're over-describing right now. About halfway down the hall, I spy room 119. The nameplates on the room are just adjacent to mine are blank. I guess there are just 2 of us here. Light shines from below the door of room 117, so I knock lightly. Hello? Is anyone home? From inside I hear a few movements, then the clicking of way more locks than I thought these doors had. After a moment, the door squeaks open. A bespectacled boy is standing in the doorway. He's looking at me very intently through his extremely thick eyeglasses. Who is it? Blind? No, at least not completely. Why would he have eyeglasses if he was? He leans close to me until our nose is almost touching. His breath stinks of garlic. Hisao Nakai? I'm moving into the next room. I thought I should introduce my... His face suddenly brightens in realization. He stands back upright, thrusting his hand out in a smiling greeting, almost straight to my diaphragm. Oh, sups, dude! The name's Kenji! Hi. I take Kenji's sweaty hand and shake it, still a little rattled by the sudden change of attitude and vehement welcome. There were some suspicious-looking people going in and out of your room earlier. It was probably my parents. Your parents, you sure? Because they could have been some other people too. You can't judge a book by its cover, you know. His out-of-place proverb is left hanging between us awkwardly as I try to think of some way to respond. I'd say the chances are high enough. He shudders and then makes some exaggerated hand gestures. You're a brave man, Hisao. Me, I don't think I can trust the chances. The only one I trust is myself. Does that mean I shouldn't get to know you either? He thinks about this for a while. A wise decision. Damn, you are smarter than you look. Thanks. Probably. What do you look like? I hope not smart. He squints his eyes and leans closer again, but I lean backwards to dodge it. Never mind, it doesn't matter. With that, he turns, fumbles... Whoa, I heard that. Fumbles around for a moment in search of the door handle and shuts the door behind him. I slide the key into the lock of the door marked 119. Bleak beige walls, white linen, a desk made of some type of light wood, ugly curtains. It's no one's room, impersonal like my hospital room was. My bags are sitting at the foot of my bed, looking a lot emptier than they did this morning. The closet is sitting open, stocked to my clothes. Although it seems that there are a number of school uniforms hanging there as well. I notice pinned to the sleeve of one of the shirts. Hi-Hi-chan, we've unpacked your things and made your bed. They said that if these don't fit, then you should go to the office tomorrow. If you have any problems, you can always call us. Love, Mum and Dad. Well, at least I don't have to worry about unpacking. I kind of hope I would have, then there would be something to do. It's still too early. I put the note down. It's still too early. I put the note down on the desktop and lie down on the bed, feeling drained. Lying there makes me want to read something, but I have nothing with me. I wonder if the hospital conditioned me for wanting to read whenever I have nothing to do. The restless urge just keeps growing until I have to stand up. Maybe it's stress or something. I was pretty nervous about it before coming for the entire day today too. I still am, I think. Damn, I have to distract myself somehow so I won't be this unnatural all the time. Tomorrow, I'll go borrow some books from the library. Yeah, I'll do that. But for now... The bottles of medications neatly arranged on my night table catch my eye. I pick up one and shake it just to hear the contents rattle inside and then read the glued-on pharmacy label. Hisao Nakai, 2 tablets daily to stay alive. Doesn't really say that, but it could just as well. It's kind of twisted having your life depend on chemicals like this. I resent it a little, but what choice do I have? With a sigh, I begin my new daily ritual of taking the right number of pills from each bowl, being careful to check the correct dosages. Sorry, the way I don't say my T's for some reason. I say bottle. I should say bottle. Bottle. I lie down again, feeling hollow. I could have said hollow. And uncertain. And after that, I keep staring at the blank, unfamiliar ceiling for a long time. So he's getting tired. Doesn't start looking any more familiar. Not even after darkness falls and long shadows draw across my room like fingers. The sheets feel slightly more comfortable, warm and nest-like against the chill that passes for room temperature here. Soon the lighter shade of darkness that is the ceiling looks like every ceiling does at night, and it becomes the only thing I recognize anymore. Then the night beckons me to sleep, and I feel the coldness of unfamiliarity and fear creeping up my spine once again. I keep drifting further away from the world I knew. Sleep. You were standing up and you were sleeping? Come on, man. Oh. Are we meditating? That's weird. Awaken. I wake up in a strange room. Solid morning light shimmers against the light grey ceiling. I had forgotten to draw the curtains closed last night. This is my room, isn't it? My room. This is the 3rd room this year that I'm supposed to call mine. Various things around here remind me that indeed it's me who is supposed to be the one living here. My bags on the floor, my new school books on the desk, my numerous medications on the night table. I stare at the bottles for a moment, deliberating until I open a bottle, shake out a pill, and pop out a tablet from a foil sheet. I down them with a chaser of water without thinking about the chemistry. Good idea. Water. My uniforms are in the closet. I slink out from under the sheets and stretch my back before dressing up. Putting on a new school uniform feels like dressing in someone else's clothes. The artificial smell of generic detergent invades my nose, but the feeling of fresh cloth against my back is a good one, a natural one. It's like doing your bed, isn't it? You know, when you put new linen on your bed, it feels good. It feels like a school uniform as it should be. It's not much different from what I used to wear. That goes for other things too. So far this place seems more or less like a normal school, except for the people. I think back to my talk with Kenji yesterday, Misha's constant laughter and Shizune's sweeping sign language gestures. Well, I've only met 3 students so far. Maybe they aren't that normal, but I'm sure others are. Or perhaps people like them are what passes for normal around here. Yeah, what does pass for normal around here? What do people do? I didn't see a lot of kids hanging around after class yesterday, or so maybe there are clubs, or if so, I wonder if I should join one. Join the lit club. Join the literature club. All through class, the question remains on my mind, so I decide to ask Shizune about it when we split into groups. After all, she did say if I had anything I wanted to know, I should ask her. She crosses her arms and shifts her gaze slowly to Misha, who looks more preoccupied with trying to grind the eraser of a pencil down so that the top is perfect and evenly flat. Oh, now that is a face. sorry, Shi-chan. Is there something you wanted from me? I see. That's a good question, He-chan. My first thought is that she doesn't know, which is worrying. Maybe I'm being too negative? Well, anyway, Misha, please don't prove me right. Oh, that's right. Everyone is encouraged to join the club. A lot of people do so because there isn't really anything else to do. There are also school events like the festival coming up in a few days. Almost every student in the school tends to help out with it, doing whatever. So, you actually transferred in at a busy time. Maybe you can help out too. Sure. What's the festival about? Is it a lit club festival? Misha freezes. I don't know, Ji-chan. The truth is, it's a local event and I'm not from this area, so... She starts signing desperately to Shizune, asking her to bail her out. Shizune adjusts her glasses at the end of an oddly grandiose flourish and starts signing hard and heavy. Huh? Oh... Who cares? Who cares? Misha puffs out her chest and she shouts Shizune's words out at me with a disproportionate amount of pride. Too loud. I can see heads turning to look in our direction. Not so loud. Humans being evolved with each new generation, the ideals and beliefs behind a festival will inevitably change with time. Now it's about delicious fried food and amusing little games that you play to win prizes. The teacher clears his throat very loudly, batting his long wooden pointer against his other palm like a baton. He shoots a pointed gaze at us. Finally noticing where we are, Misha stifles a yelp and quietly quiets down. Shizune doesn't seem embarrassed at all, though brushing off without care. We're in the middle of class and should start working. That's right, Shi-chan. What? That's right. Hi-chan, are you asking because you're interested in joining a club? It could have been my eyes playing tricks on me, but I think I saw a suspicious glance exchanged between them. Misha's tone has always changed, although it does that every other word anyway. Yeah, I was thinking about it. Misha and Shizune look at each other again. I'm about to ask what they have in mind when something dark flutters in my peripheral vision, catching my attention. Out of the corner of my eye, I see the girl with long dark hair get up from her desk and slip silently towards the door. It doesn't seem like she's working in any group, and no one seems to notice her but me. I glance at the teacher, who's also looking at the dark-haired girl. Why doesn't he say anything? Hi-chan, is something wrong? Do I look as uneasy as I feel? Was Misha just looking at me, after the girl who left? No, nothing. Oh. Okay. Well, like we were asking, you don't have any plans for lunch today, do you? I thought I would go to the library and pick up some books. Oh, not really. Right, okay, he's just thinking inside his mind. Do you want to have lunch together then? Sure. Yay! Okay, Hi-chan, perfect! Oh, great, sweet. The rest of the class passes uneventfully. The girl with the long hair never came back. Before I have the time to put any more thought into where she had gone, the teacher informs us that it's time to stop working. Shizune looks more than a little annoyed that we only just barely managed to finish all our work on time. I'm just glad we finished it all. It's not a contest or anything. God, she's always pissed. Yes, it is, Hi-chan. Impossible. Really? Really. I've noticed this before, but it's kind of funny how Misha is always moving her hands and signing not only everything she says, but whatever anyone else is saying at any given time. Holy shit. Obviously, it must be so Shizune can understand it. Her eyes dart back and forth between Misha's hands and me. I don't know who I'm supposed to be looking at. I'm talking to Misha, but that might be wrong. Maybe I should face Shizune. I'm used to looking in the direction of the person whose voice I'm hearing, but really, Shizune can't hear me, but it would be disrespectful to talk to her only through Misha. Then again, isn't that what she's doing? No, she's at least looking at me. This is all very confusing, and it will just take some time to get used to. It's not a contest, because contests and competitions are a prize. If there's no prize in the line, it's not really a contest. Shizune's eyes flash dangerously with a competitive glare. She stares at me, as if surprised that I'm challenging her. I think maybe this is a contest to her. I never noticed before how dark and blue her eyes are. It's truly an alluring gaze. Are you sure, Hee-chan? Very sure. You're wrong, Hee-chan, because I don't want to be the slowest one in the class. Therefore, what's on the line is my confidence in my abilities, and the price is the satisfaction of proving them. Shizune pushes the glasses up the bridge of her nose in a very matter-of-fact way. You girls are wearing really hot uniforms. Just want to tell you that. You probably should wear a longer skirt. I don't know how old you are, but I don't know. Just saying. I'd argue more, but the bell rings and she quickly gets up and picks up a bag, looking at me expectantly. I'd almost forgotten that I was supposed to have lunch with them. Where do you want to eat? Cafeteria? That's so plain. Okay, let's go. Plain? Well, I guess. At my school, I like to eat outside near the back of the building. It was a good spot, but I didn't find it until the end of my freshman year. I wonder if there is a similar place to eat here. Misha seems to imply as much. Shizune and Misha pull me towards a cafeteria, which is surprisingly not packed. Maybe some students favor eating in classroom outdoors. I saw some of the classmates had boxed lunches. After we finish eating, Misha picks up where we left off earlier. So, Hee-chan, you want to know about clubs and stuff, right? Right, Hee-chan. Okay, I guess it makes more sense to ask first. Exchanging little nods of confirmation, they turn to face me again, and Misha straightens her posture as if she's about to deliver a speech. Hee-chan, do you have anything you're really interested in? I used to play soccer, but I'm not really into it. It's weird. No, I used to play football, because that's what we call it. We never say soccer. But I'm not really into it. I don't follow the teams and players or anything like that. As of late, I usually just read a lot. There is a book club, right, Hee-chan? Right? But it seems like they have all the members they can possibly have right now. Sorry, Hee-chan. It's a really popular club. Okay, but more to the point. Hee-chan, does this mean that you don't have anything already in mind? Not really. Oh, here we go. Good, great, that's great, Hee-chan, really great. Why is it so great? No reason. Well, Hee-chan, other than clubs and the upcoming festival, there is one other thing. Student council. I see, I didn't know this school had a student council. That was a very melodramatic setup, though, just to tell me that. I'm pretty sure the two of them know this because Shizune looks a little embarrassed about it and Misha is laughing. Shizune quickly retakes control of the discussion in a manner of speaking. After all, it's still Misha who has to voice whatever she says. Right. Hee-chan, maybe you should join the student council. They could use more people. Yes, definitely. You should definitely join. Why? Well, for one, we could hang out every day, Hee-chan. Shi-chan and I are both in the student council. Actually, Shi-chan is the president. I'm starting to get the suspicion that Shizune and Misha might not exactly be the most unbiased people to talk about this with. As if reading my mind, Shizune quickly adjusts her glasses and signs something to Misha. What are you signing? Of course, we're not going to get you to join just because we would obviously benefit from you joining the student council and therefore have an incentive to try and get you to. So you're admitting that. No, we admit nothing. I mean, Hee-chan, of course, it'd be nice if you joined and we'd appreciate it. But even without all that, joining the student council shows a healthy interest in the workings of one school. Yep, it's true, Hee-chan. Besides, don't you want to spend time with us after school, Hee-chan? Why is she saying Hee-chan so much? Is she a Pokemon? Or am I a Pokemon? I can't tell if she's being genuine or if this is just really good acting. Both of them seem to be trying hard to look their cutest, although they are already pretty cute to be... Yeah, I mean, look at their skirts, bro, and look at their tops. Like, they are toit, like a toiger. Well, I want to see how I look. So it's settled then. Welcome to the student council, Hee-chan, sorry. What? No. Aw, see, Hee-chan? Of course he wouldn't go so easily. Yep, that's right. Though it'd be boring if it went that smoothly. Oh well, Hee-chan owes me candy now. You were betting on it? Hey, my life is not a game here. Shizune seems very intrigued by this when Misha signs it to her. The aggressive glint returns to her eyes. Oh, here's the competitive side. That's interesting, Hee-chan. Let's play a game. That's not what I said. How about rich man, poor man, Hee-chan? If you lose, you have to join the student council. No, absolutely not. Oh, why not? Well, because you two have the same incentive and therefore the same goal, which is to get me to join the student council, right? Yep. Yeah, that isn't my goal. But what this means is that both of you can team up and I'll be at a clear disadvantage, so I will have to decline. Hee-chan, I'm very offended. Are you saying you don't trust us and that we would pull something so disingenuous? That makes me sad. Sorry? It's hard to tell when Shizune's influence ends and Misha's thoughts begin. In order to atone for hurting a young girl's feelings, you should definitely join the student council. No! How about a game of paper football instead of rich man, poor man? Paper football? Yeah, it's a game they play in America. You make a paper triangle, and then you try to shoot it past goalposts that the other player makes with their fingers. We used to do that with pennies. Isn't it cool? It's the ultimate form of competition between two people, Hee-chan. And it's also played by elementary and middle school children, Hee-chan. And it's also played by... That's a question? That means it's a game that really separates the boys from the men. Oh god, don't do this. More like the boys from the slightly older boys. Anyway, I'm not going to play that either. Just the fact that you know about it means you're probably surprisingly good at it. yeah, that's true. How did you know, Hee-chan? Shizune frowns at Misha, telling me that she probably wasn't supposed to admit that so readily. I wouldn't say that I'm happy with their attempts to get me into the student council, but I'm a little curious about what the student council does here. I've never been on one before or even known anybody who was a member, so it interests me. Also kind of like Shizune and Misha, so maybe it wouldn't be so bad. Okay, Hee-chan, how about Risk, the game of world domination? I don't know what that is. It's really fun, Hee-chan. You fight for control of the world with armies and everything. Sounds like Shizune would be good at it. If you want to play, we can play after school. Ah, really, Hee-chan? We can just play for fun, Hee-chan. Hee-chan hasn't played in a long time, so if you want to, there are no strings attached. Well, okay. Okay. Perfect. We'll see you after school in the student council room then, Hee-chan. Wait, why there? Because that's where we keep the game. She's such a bitch. I grimace to tell them how much I do not like this, but it's more for show than anything. So in the end I agree, but only have to get Shizune to acknowledge that I don't mean anything concrete just by accepting to take a look around and play a game with her. Lunch ends and we go to class. Oh! During afternoon classes, the long-haired girl comes back and sits down on a seat without a word. Okay, so we're going to stop the episode here. We can save, right? Yeah, we'll create a new save. Okay, we're going to end the episode 2 here. Oh, there's so much happening. But at the same time, not a lot happening. There's way too much descriptions going on. You're giving me images, you know, it doesn't need to be described so much. I may actually skip some of the descriptors if I can, because they're kind of not needed because you've got the scene there. But yeah, other than that, I'm enjoying it right now. I like Misha and Hee-chan. They're really cute, though their clothes are way too small for them. And I hope they are over 18. Because those outfits are not
not school regulation. At least they would be here anyway. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please give it a like and share it and do that thing. Subscribe. I've been Al anyway, guys, and this has been episode 2 of Katawa Shoujo. I am Al, and now I am out.